John felt numb, empty. His wife Mary was gone. A car accident. He stared at his phone. Blank screen, silent. He missed her voice, her laugh, buzz, a text from Mary. John froze. Blood turned to ice. This was a cruel joke. He opened the message. "Hi, honey." His heart pounded. Shaking, he typed back, "Who is this?" The reply came instantly. "It's me, Mary. I miss you." His mind reeled. How? Why? John paced the room, panic rising. Was this some sick prank? His Mary was gone. He held her cold hand at the funeral. This had to be a mistake. Days turned into weeks. The texts continued, daily. Each one felt like a punch to the gut. John couldn't delete them. He couldn't bring himself to block the number. The messages were short, simple, but they held details. Things only Mary knew. Inside jokes, secret desires. His fear morphed into confusion. One text mentioned a dream they both had, years ago. A silly dream about a talking cat. He had forgotten all about it, until now. John felt haunted. Haunted by the woman he loved. A woman he buried with his own hands. Was he losing his mind? John couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. He was a ghost haunting his own life. The texts consumed him. His friends worried, his family worried. He started to question everything. Had he been wrong? Could Mary still be alive? The thought was a lifeline in a sea of despair. He reread the police report, studied the details of the accident. He visited the cemetery, stood at her grave. His heart ached. The logical part of him knew it was impossible. But the texts, the details, they whispered a different story, a story he desperately wanted to believe. John needed answers. He hired a private investigator, a gruff man named Jake. Jake listened patiently as John explained about the texts, showed him the messages. Jake's face remained impassive, professional. He didn't scoff or judge, he simply said, "I'll see what I can find." John clung to those words. Days turned into weeks. Jake was thorough. He tracked the phone number. A dead end. A burner phone. Long gone. John felt a surge of disappointment. Jake dug deeper. He investigated Mary's past, her friends, her family. He found nothing unusual. No reason for her to disappear. No reason for this cruel charade. Life became a waking nightmare. John couldn't escape the texts. They followed him everywhere like whispers in the dark, mocking him. He tried to move on, to forget, but the messages were a constant reminder of his loss, of his growing insanity. One day a text came through while John was at work. It read, "You should check the attic, you'll find something interesting." His blood ran cold. Section 6. Isolation and Fear. John rushed home. He climbed the creaky stairs to the attic. His heart pounded in his chest. The air was thick with dust and the smell of old things. He spent hours searching, every nook and cranny. He found nothing, just cobwebs and forgotten memories. John felt utterly defeated. The texts continued, each one chipped away at his sanity. He became withdrawn, suspecting everyone. His friends stopped calling, his family kept their distance. John was alone, trapped in a prison of his own grief and paranoia. He didn't know who to trust or what to believe anymore. Section 7. A Glimmer of Hope. One name kept surfacing in John's mind, Dr. Emily Carter, Mary's best friend, a therapist who specialized in grief counseling. John hadn't seen her since the funeral. He called her. His voice shook as he explained everything. The texts, the investigation, his unraveling sanity. Emily listened patiently. She offered a glimmer of hope. "John, it's possible you're experiencing a form of complicated grief. Your mind could be playing tricks on you." John clung to her words. Maybe he wasn't crazy. Maybe this was all in his head. He agreed to meet with Emily, to explore every possibility. Section 8. The Unthinkable Truth. Dr. Carter's office was warm and inviting. She listened intently as John poured out his heart, his fear, his confusion, his desperate hope that Mary was alive. Emily offered no judgments, only compassion and a willingness to help. She suggested John try something radical, to communicate with the person texting him. John hesitated, but he was desperate. He needed answers. He needed this to end. He agreed to try, to play along. He texted back, "If this is really you, Mary, tell me something only you would know." The reply was instant. "The scar on your left knee. You got it falling from the tree in your grandma's backyard." Section 9. Unanswered Questions. John stared at the phone, his blood ran cold. There was no way. No one else knew about that scar. It was a childhood accident, a secret he shared only with Mary. He tried to call the number. It went straight to voicemail. A robotic voice. He texted back, "Mary, is that really you? Where are you?" He waited. Minutes felt like hours. The reply came. "I'm here, John, but I'm not the same anymore. I'll be in touch." Then silence. John was left reeling. More questions than answers. Was it really Mary? If so, how was it possible? And what did she mean by, not the same anymore? He looked at his phone, at the last message. A chill ran down his spine. He was left with a single terrifying truth. This was just the beginning.